All right, we'll jump into it. Welcome everyone to Bullhorn's webinar series, Bullhorn Basics, episode 2, candidate list views and the enhancements that we've made to our most recent Novo search update. Just some housekeeping quickly. This session is recorded, so if you do have to drop out early, not a problem. We will send you the recording afterwards. Everyone will be on mute for the duration of the call, but we do have a Q&A section, so if you want to ask some questions along the way, feel free. If we have time at the end, we'll get back to them. Otherwise, we will send you all individual emails to follow up. Some quick introductions. I'm Wilbur Derham. I'm an account executive here in SMB for Bullhorn. I live down in Melbourne. I help smaller businesses from 1 up to 20 seats to really enhance their experience. And we have with me today Gopi, who's our technical support analyst. Gopi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Wilbur. So I'm in Bullhorn support, working here since 2 years and enjoying my role. And I am based in Queensland. And yeah, really excited to be here as it's my first webinar and really excited for the new list as well. So yeah, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, for the Sunshine State. So just a quick agenda. Gopi's gonna run through the new candidate list and how it's simplifying search as well. Some enhancements to eliminate complex Boolean strings for you. And then just some tips and tricks to help you find candidates with fewer clicks. And then a little special little show and tell at the end of a new product we have as well. Look, searching in Bullhorn is pretty straightforward. Like the idea behind it is, broad or narrow searching. We want to bring simplicity and speed to the way that you navigate through your database. Things like splitting regions or splitting verticals and how you set those up for yourself and your business to really maximize the search capability. And then as well, like Bullhorn search is searching through multiple data sets. So that's things like notes, candidate CVs, job titles, names, locations, etc. But without further ado, we'll get into it a little bit more, and I'll hand over to you, Gopi, to run through the product demonstration.
Sure, thank you. Okay, so this is the new candidate list search that we are launching. So first of all, it has all the cool new features, and many of the requests came from the clients have been implemented in this one. So we are really happy for this. So first of all, how to identify if you have a new candidate list or the old one. So if it's the one with the circle, it's the new candidate list. And if you have the one without the circle, it's the old candidate list. So first, this is the old candidate list or the legacy one that we have, and this is the new one. I'll give you an overview of all the features that we have introduced here, and to learn more about it, yeah, we have Bullhorn Hub and Launch. So first, let's start with pagination. So we are aware of many cases we have received that, yeah, there are dancing dots and you need to load the records, yeah, multiple colorful dots, whatever you call it. And so we have introduced something called pagination in the new candidate list. So you can see the records, and rather than scrolling all the way down, you just need to click on the page numbers. And for the old one, we had to select the all records to know the total number of records from here. But rather, it's easily visible on the here. And the maximum records that you can view are up to 200. So yeah, that's about it. So this is the pagination that we have, and from here you can see the number of records. And the other good thing is whenever you're doing a search, if the results change, it will appear here in real time. So whenever you're doing a search at the top, keep an eye here and you'll be able to see the total results. So now we'll talk about another new feature. These are the columns. So previously we were able to filter, add or remove columns from here. That should take the right side here. And we can enable or disable column from here, and it's easy to toggle them as well. So let's say I want to enable column called mobile. So I'll just click OK. And mobile column is not visible. Uh-oh. And I don't like scrolling. So I can just use this toggle, click here nicely. Hold it firmly, and then let's have a look with the site's name. And then save. So yes, mobile is here. So that could be done for all the columns that we want to see. Easily search here, enable them, disable them, save, or else just toggle them here easily. So that's about the columns. Now we'll see about how the
If I can
filters
interject
work.
in there, Gobi, as well, it's important to remember we've spoke about this maybe through earlier demonstrations or when we were going through sales cycles together, that you can create custom columns. So there is autonomy over creating custom columns, which you have down the bottom there. If you do want to create a custom column, you can reach out to support to help you get that set up as well.
Yep, definitely. And thanks for pointing that out. And yeah, even if there is any record on the edit tab that you're able to see any field, and if you want to view it as a column, that's also very much possible through view layout. So yeah, you can reach us out if you want to learn that. So yeah, that's also a good thing that we have. Now, how the adding filter works. So on the legacy list, we need to click on the advanced search, and then we will set all the filters from here. And if we want to search on notes, we'll be doing it from here, then search, and then we would get the results. The search criteria will only be visible once we click on the search box. But for the new candidates, we have improved the viewability. So let's say we are setting the filter as we want to search for candidates who are located in city, and we want to select as Sydney or Melbourne. I want to know about the candidates who are based in either Sydney or Melbourne. So, yeah, we can see here at the bottom that there are 582 search results, and the search criteria is visible at the top of the column, unlike on this one. So, yeah, that's a really new thing. So, and just make sure that whenever we are searching for anything, if we want to rerun the results or if we want to start a new search, yeah, we always need to make sure to clear it from the top right. So anything that you search for, the columns at the top of the column, you'll be able to see the search criteria so that we exactly know what we are searching for. Now, let's say we want to search for candidates owned by my colleagues or myself. Then previously we used to do it from here. We'll enable it, save, and then we can see the candidates owned by a particular person. That's shifted here. Let's say I want to search candidates owned by my colleagues there. So yep, apply. Here I can see there are 17 candidates who are owned by Sarah. The thing to notice here is once we select user, the user's department will not be selected by default. That's the difference between the two candidate lists. So if I've selected user, only the user will be selected, not the user's department. Now I'll clear the search. So clear the filters. Now we'll see how the keywords work. We can search from here, choose a filter from here, or we can use the search box as well. And then we can start an advanced search. So this is the really important thing about the new candidate list. So let's say I want to search about software engineers or developers who are recently added to my database. So let's say the keywords I'll be using is engineer. So engineer is already a keyword, so I can select it from here, and developer, that's the other keyword I could think of. So developer, yeah. Now this is a binary search, hence it will have 3 features, and it means both engineers and developers, or engineer or developer, and none of them. So all 3 possibilities would be covered. So let's say I'm searching for engineer or developer. I just need to drag and drop it here, and yeah, now we are searching for engineers or developers. So, and let's say their status is active, because yeah, if they're looking for a job, I'm more interested in them. So there are 1243 candidates. Perfect. I can see here now. I want to play a bit more with the new search. So I just want to include the senior software engineers I have. So yeah, let me include senior. And I don't want juniors to be there because yeah, I'm recruiting for a really good job. Okay, so junior is not a keyword, so I will add that. We can add new set of keywords and we can already use the existing ones. So junior, and if I don't want to include junior, I'll click on the junior and then exclude it from my search results. And If I want to move it here, I can do it, or else I can take it out and use it as end. So that I know that, okay, they are done with one step. I'll select nodes from here, then action, and they should have done with pre-screen. So I'll select the pre-screen option, and then, okay, it has narrowed down my search to 201 results. So now I know that there are 201 results who are really of good use to me because they are senior software engineers or developers. They are actively looking for a job, or else if I want to say they are really available. So yeah, I know that this will narrow it down further, and their pre-screen is already done. Now, there is one wildcard feature for this as well. As this is a Boolean search, we can also take the help of asterisk. So yeah, if I'm using this keyword dev star, it will search for all the candidates who are having any word starting from dev, let's say developer or development or developing written on their file attachments, job experience, CV, resume, anywhere. So that would be helpful to me as well. And if I want, I can use it here as an or so that either of this is covered. So these are the 271 candidates I have. So this is a really important feature, and personally, this is my favorite one. And if you are old school and if you want to manually use the and or, you can shift this toggle and you can manually enter and or not. But yeah, you can directly enter it from here and just play around to use and or not. That's another thing. And if you want to include both the features instead of include any, use include all. That's the same the way it was in the legacy candidate list. I hope you all are liking the new candidate list so far. And let's say now I'm not sure of the keywords that I'm using. So I can use this feature, auto build search from job. Now, but I don't want to lose this search. So what I'll do is I can save this search so that I don't miss on it, because I think I'll use really cool filters on this one. So I'll save it as, that's the dev job. So I know this is my search and I can mark it as private, then it will be visible just to me, or else I can mark it as public if I want to get my colleagues benefited from this search as well. So let's say I'm saving it as public, save. So this search would be visible here under the saved searches. Previously on the legacy candidate list, this was known as the favorite searches. And now on the new candidate list, it's under the saved searches. So we can launch this search at any time. But the thing to note here is that only the person who created this search will be able to edit this search. Other people will just be able to view that search. They won't be able to edit it, but the creator can edit it anytime and resave it. So here we have all the old searches and we can delete it as well. We customize it from here. Let's say I want to mark it as private at any time. That can be done as well. Now, let's say I want to try something new. I'll clear all the searches, go back to my favorite thing, search bar. And now I don't know which keywords to use. I just remember the name of the job, not even ID. Then I'll just write the name. Okay, we have our opening for Java developer. And then the system will choose the keywords. Okay, it's for Java developer. J2E is the framework or Java. So we can use the and filter, and the location of the job is automatically added. So yeah, we can see one best match. And let's say I want to include more results in search. Then I can see there are 482 candidates. If I let go of the criteria, let's say it's a remote role. And I can also include this here to get them all. It will increase more results because now either of Java developer or J2E or Java are included in the results. So now I can see there are around 2000 matching results from my whole database. So yeah, this feature is really helpful for us to search keywords and to use the advanced search this way. And all the past searches, recent searches are also saved here. So if you close it by mistake, yeah, you can see the search that you were working on. Now we'll close it, clear all the filters, and now we'll go to one of the really good filter that we have introduced. Let's say I want to find for candidates who do not have email address or mobile number. Then I can add filter. I'll search for email, personal email. And this is the new thing, is empty. Is empty will tell us whether the field has data in it or not. So such that the candidate has the email address written or not. So if is empty is yes, it means the candidate's email address field is empty. Save. Okay, so I can see that there are 1,500 candidates in my ATS whose email address is not populated. Now, where is the email address? It's not visible here. So let me look it at the column. Okay, so personal email, I have enabled it from here. Okay. Now it's not still in my view. So what I'll do is I'll move the toggles from personal email, click formally, and then let's say moving this besides the mobile. Save. So here is the personal email. This one is a placeholder value. So system is really smart and it's identified that it does not have @ symbol, hence it's not the correct email. So we are sure that we do not have email address of this one, so we can enter. And now, similarly, we can search for mobile as well. Is empty? Yes. So right now the results are 0 because we have included candidates whose email address is not entered and mobile address is not entered. So now we'll clear this filter because we just want to focus on candidates whose mobile number is not entered. So we have 20,000 candidates whose mobile number is not entered. And so we'll move it from here to view all the candidates. So yeah, this is a really good thing. The new key features I would say is the keywords feature, auto-bill search, and the is empty field. I'm pretty sure that would be really helpful to all the consultants. And the sorting feature that we have, ascending and descending, that's the same that we have in the legacy candidate list. So this was the overview of the new candidate list. Now let's come to the key question. How to get this one enabled. So to get this enabled, you can log a case with us, BULLHORN support, through your community or by calling this. And you can also reach out to your account manager. They will help you set this up. And the exciting part is all the new clients who are onboarding now will have the new candidate list by default. And by the end of this year, we are planning to roll out to all the clients to have this new candidate list. So yeah, you all will have your candidate list by the end of this year. The only thing to notice is if you are moving from old candidate list to new candidate list, the searches that were saved here, the favorite searches, they won't be carried forward to the new candidate list. So it will give you a good opportunity to clean up the database and clean up the searches that are not required. And if the ones are required, you can rebuild them in the new one. So the search results will not be carried forward to the new one. But yeah, apart from that, this is the new thing that we have now. And in the future, we will have new lists for all other entities as well, like placement, shortlist, jobs, companies. We are planning to release it for all other entities as well. So yeah, that's about the new introduction of this one. And we have got more detailed instructions and articles on our BULLHORN Hub and BULLHORN Launch. So yeah, that's about it. Now I'll pass it on to Wilbur.
Thank you for that, Gopi. Really appreciate the run through there. I still have a couple of questions. I answered one, but we'll get into the others shortly. I just want to jump in now. It's a very good time to have a look as well at the AI search and match. So AI search and match is essentially running across the new search that Gopi's just got into great detail there for us as well. And I did see a few questions that might be answered here when we kind of jump into it. So if we're jumping, just making sure it's my correct screen, beautiful. The AI search and match is searching across like the job description, job title, additional fields. It's also pulling from 20 billion data points that we've trained from. So the idea behind it is that we've looked at placement data and submission data and, you know, historical data, years experience, these sorts of things around candidates to say, okay, which candidates do we think are best placed for this job or worst placed for this job, you know, based on a few different set criteria. And it's shooting out relevancy scores. So the AI search and match is something that we can enable. Just to be clear, it is an add-on feature. So if you do want to get access to the AI search and match, please reach out to me or your account manager as well. What it's doing here is on every job record, it will create a recommended candidates list for you. So similarly to what we had a look at just there with Gopi, if we want to have a look and show all those candidates, it's building out these searches for us ahead of time so that every job that we have, as soon as you add a job into your Bullhorn environment, if there's a job description and a few other aspects that it can pull the data from, it will run a search for you. And then you can really start to jump in and have a look through your candidates. It's a very good place to start to say, do I have the candidates inside my system? Do I need to look elsewhere? I know a lot of people use LinkedIn Recruiter, for example, but we would like you to always go to the database first. We've probably glossed over a little bit in terms of like the keyword ontology as well. Building out here, so some of you may have seen SourceBreaker or Text Kernel and Kona Search in the past. The keyword ontology that's built out through AI search and match understands that different jobs and different titles are written in different ways. So you can see here, it's not just searching for a senior software engineer, it's searching for a lot of different positions and different roles because they may be written differently. Things like, you know, my role, for example, account executive, it might be sales administrator or sales or business development manager, account manager, these sorts of things. So it's building out those searches for you ahead of time to make sure that you can really maximize time, see what's in your database, see which candidates you have there active and relevant, and whether or not you can place them quickly before having to go elsewhere and do a separate search. That pretty much wraps us all up there, which is fantastic. I just have this slide here. So I can see we've got about 7 or 8 questions running through there. We have further events coming up as well through this series, which will continue along the basic functionalities of Bullhorn as well. We really value your feedback as well. So if you can take some time to scan through the QR code there and leave feedback for the webinar, that would be fantastic. There is a couple of questions here. I don't see it have AI job search option. Yeah, as I said before, please reach out to your account manager. The fast finds, there's probably a little bit too many to answer through live here. So we might just take all of these away. They're all written down. We have your name and contact details. So we'll get back to you individually for that. But we will finish this up a little bit early. I think we've got about 6 minutes remaining, which is fantastic. But I thank everyone for your time and attention, and we will be in touch. Enjoy the rest of your day.